Hi, I just want to do a little intro into how to work with a horse that has a history of a lot of trauma. And the first thing I want to mention is just about body workers in general. Um, don't always have the best horse handling skills. And I'm speaking of myself as well as everybody. I truly believe it's important for all of us that are around horses to take lessons from a teacher. I'm here at Amy Skinner Horsemanship, and I take lessons with Amy, and I'll be taking lessons the rest of my life because there's so much to learn about it. It goes so deep. And even if you've been handling horses for decades, there's things that we can be unconscious and unaware of in our own horse handling skills, that sometimes having a set of eyes on you to help you realize these things that maybe you weren't aware you were doing is really important. And all of it ends up helping my body work as well. So that said, a horse that's had a lot of trauma, a lot of times is going to have more of that flight response. They may not want to stand still very much for you, which is fine. I often work on horses right out here in their field, and I find that for horses like that, having an escape route, actually, they know they have an escape route, so they actually are less likely to leave you. Sometimes they do leave, and then you can draw them back, and they'll come back, and then they'll stay a little longer knowing more what you're about. I do work on horses in a stall. Some people don't like that. There are safety issues with that, and so that's just up to everybody's feeling about whether or not it's safe to do body work in a stall is their own thing. The last thing I wanted to mention was the approach. And again, this is where taking horsemanship lessons is really, really important. Just like as body workers, we're constantly seeking to learn more and more about the anatomy, the physiology, movement patterns, because there's always more to learn and there's always new things being discovered. With the way we approach the horse is extremely important. So I'm not sure that I'd really approach a horse like that very differently at all than any horse. But what I've seen a lot of people do with those types of horses is once they find out the horse has this history, they get almost like a creepy, sneaky, they're sneaking around them a little bit, like they don't want to upset them. And it's kind of a creepy energy, and I find that horses tend to not really trust it. Just like you wouldn't come barreling in a really insensitive way and just start grabbing them. It's you know, there's a constant little fine line that's well within those two extremes that I'm mentioning. And it's something that I'm always trying to learn more about and feel more in myself, so that the way I'm presenting myself to the horse actually comforts the horse and makes the horse feel like I'm there as an improvement to their life. So just a couple of those things I want to mention, and maybe I'll do a longer video later with a horse that I'm actually working with that has that history. Thank you.